some problems that might come up. There are some problems where, let's say you have access to one goal, but for whatever reason, all the other goals are taken. Let's say if you don't have a big goal you could shoot on, you could do just two sets of cones on either side of the goal. And this actually makes it pretty challenging for one team to score, because what's going to happen is if this goal is jammed up with defenders, this is going to force the attacking team to swing the ball to the other side of the field so they could try to get a mismatch of numbers and score on the small gates. In terms of numbers, sometimes teams don't have numbers where it's a perfect, where there's 3 teams split equally. What you can do is, let's say you have a star center midfielder, you could have them stay on and play neutral for all the teams, and just by having one player stay on, this will even up the numbers. Another thing you could do, if you got a mismatch of goalkeepers, let's say you only have one goalkeeper for one team can have sweeper keeper, so the last player back can act as goalkeeper, or you could also call that a Roman goalkeeper. That's what we called it growing up. So these are just some options that you can use if you have a mismatch of numbers. What else? So I noticed a lot of coaches. There are some coaches who try and put touch count restrictions during scrimmages. And I don't like that, because I think it limits the creativity of the teams who are just playing at the end of practice, right? Because you don't want to restrict touch count in a way that limits creativity. And I think especially when players are playing at the end of practice, you kind of want this to be a kind of a free-for-all, right? Play circuitry has been shown in mice, which means it's not a social construct. This means that play is important for not only for human development and not just on a human level, and not just for children, right? Play is important for adults, for adults of all ages. I think another thing that you want to keep in mind is that there are some coaches who use scrimmages as a way to reward their team for effort. And I don't think that's the right way to use scrimmages in the practice. Even if Doug was mad at us, or let's say he was not pleased with the way we played in the last practice or the last game, we would still run the same exact practice every single time with slight variations. Rondos, team warm-up, possession, finish on goal, cross and finishing, and right into playing to big goals on a small field with very